You guys know what I really love? The Match of the Day theme song. But to be honest, I only really watch Match of the Day when my team wins, which is Arsenal, by the way. Who watches it when their team loses, honestly? Alright guys, I want to introduce a new series to this channel. It's going to be basically an FA Cup / Premier League prediction game. So what's going to happen is I'm going to be predicting FA Cup games, Premier League games from now until the end of the season. And I'm going to have a points tally. So if I get the correct result, so if let's say there's Arsenal against Chelsea, fuck Chelsea. Arsenal against Liverpool game, which is not going to happen. We already played them twice. And I say 3-1. It actually happens to be 3-1. I get 3 points. If I get the right result, wait, I just said that. I mean, like, if I guess the right winner, if I guess the right team that, you know, takes the point, if it's win, loss, or tie, I get 1 point. And if I don't, I get 0 points. Now, I'm going to be doing this myself. I'm also going to be putting straw poll links in the description below so you guys can participate if you guys want, and maybe I'll bring guests in from time to time. Yeah, essentially that's what it is. So I'm gonna start off by predicting next week's midweek Premier League games. All right, first up, it's my team, Arsenal against Southampton. Arsenal's playing at home. Southampton, they've been really inconsistent this season overall. You know, one week they'll lose, you know, very comfortably. Next week they'll beat a team, you know, 3-0. With Arsenal, we haven't won a game in the last 3 games. We drew against Liverpool, we drew against Stoke, and don't even talk to me about Chelsea. But I think at home, Arsenal, we need the points. I think I'm going to go with a 2-1 win, Arsenal. Alright, next up we have Leicester against Liverpool. 2 teams that could potentially end up in the top 4. I'm not saying they will. But they definitely need the points to, you know, stay up there. I think Liverpool more than Leicester. I guess you guys would probably agree with me when I say that. Honestly, Leicester at home, they'll definitely cause problems. Liverpool, I think Liverpool's been like one of those teams where I think one week they'll beat Barcelona and next week they'll lose against Stoke. So it'll be an interesting game. Definitely a very good game. I think it was a very tight game earlier in the season when Liverpool won 1-0. I'm going to go with a tie. I'm going to say maybe a 1-1. Next up, we have Norwich against Tottenham. I'm going to be unbiased, obviously. Norwich not doing too well. Tottenham, they're probably the best team in form-wise in the Premier League. Don't get too excited, Tottenham fans. I'm going to go with a Tottenham win, unfortunately. I'm going to say 2-0. 2-0 is fair result. Alright, next up we have Sunderland against Man City. You know, Man City have really struggled against Sunderland. Oh, maybe not this season, but in past seasons they have. It's kind of like a bogey team for them, I guess, in a way. I'm going to say Sunderland, you know, they're again one of those teams where you just really don't... I mean, it's the story of the season, really. You just can't predict. So I don't know why I'm doing this. Probably not getting any results right. So I'm going to go with, you know, Man City really need the points. Away, they've been absolutely terrible, haven't they? It's going to be a tough one, but I'm going to say Man City win. 3-1. Alright, next up, Crystal Palace against Bournemouth. 2 teams that different ends of the spectrum, to be honest. Crystal Palace is more, you know, top table team. Bournemouth is in a lower bit, and they're probably fighting for relegation, I think. There's not too much into this, to be honest. I haven't really watched too many games, I have to say, from either side. I think Crystal Palace at home could do a job. Bournemouth away, we've seen what they can do. I think Benikofobi's been a really good signing, actually, for them, ex-Arsenal player. So I'm going to think Crystal Palace is going to get away with it, maybe. I'm going to go with a 1-0 win, Crystal Palace. Next up, Man United against Stoke. And I don't know if you guys remember, but Stoke absolutely destroyed Man United at the Britannia. I say destroyed, but it was a comfortable win for Stoke. Let's face it. I think at home, Man United, again, need the points. I've been saying that this whole video, really. I'm going to go with a Man United win, mainly because they're playing at home. Stoke, they got knocked out of the Capital One Cup recently. And I don't know if they're going to be good enough to take away all 3 points. I think, yeah, I think Man United is going to be just a bit too good in the final third. So I'm going to say Man United win. I have no idea what to go for here. Let's make it interesting. 3-2. Next up, we have West Brom against Swansea. 2 teams that are in desperate need of the points. They're in the relegation battle. I think West Brom, they have Tony Pulis. He's, you know, we all know how he likes to, you know, get away with it. He always manages to keep his teams up. Swansea, they just got the new manager. They're playing away. I'm going to go with the West Brom. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go with the tie. I think West Brom always ties games, don't they? So I'm gonna go West Brom tie, 1-1. Classic West Brom result. Next up is Everton against Newcastle. Everton, to be honest, they've been pretty disappointing this season. I mean, even for an Everton fan, I'm not an Everton fan, but like Everton fans in general, if you guys are watching, you guys expect much more for your team, and you guys have Lukaku, Dorofeu, Barkley, Leighton Baines, John Stones. I mean, that team is stacked with, you know, quality players. I just feel like the defense is letting you down way too much. Tim Howard, I think he needs to move on, honestly. Saying that, I think they have enough quality to get them the goals that they need to win this match. And Newcastle, away, been pretty decent against the big teams so far this season. But I'm going to go to Everton win. I'm going to say, I think it's going to be like a really good game. So I'm going to say 4-2 Everton. Next up, Watford against Chelsea. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. Chelsea have been pretty lucky recently. I mean, they got that offside goal, that John Terry last minute goal against Everton. They probably didn't deserve the points against Arsenal, but that's just me being biased probably. I just don't think their performances have been good enough. Chelsea fans, you may or may not agree, but I think Watford at home, it is at home, isn't it? Yeah, Watford's at home. I think they're going to take away the points. Maybe Chelsea, you know what, this is going to be an interesting one as well. I have no idea. You know what, I'm going to give it to Chelsea. I think they're going to pull it out. I think they need to, don't they? They need the points. I'm going to go with Chelsea, 2-1 to Chelsea. Hey guys, how's it going? So I'm actually editing the video right now, as you can see. And I completely forgot that there's a West Ham against Aston Villa game that I didn't predict on. So, quick prediction, West Ham is going to beat Aston Villa 2-0. Alright guys, so that concludes my predictions for this midweek Premier League match week. And hopefully I get as many points as possible. And if you guys want to participate, like I said, I'll put links in the description below. You guys can vote. Go ahead and do that if you want. Like I said, I'm gonna keep it, keep track of the points from now until the end of the season. And if you guys end up beating me, I will probably do some sort of giveaway. Not official. I don't know what I'm going to be giving away, but I might do it. So yeah, tell your mates, tell your parents to participate, and you might end up winning something. So yeah, hopefully I'm right, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.